Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best Android smartwatches in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 10. Garmin Instinct 2 Solar. One of the biggest complaints that we have when it comes to the majority of smartwatches is the proprietary charging cables that we have to use. Many of the best Samsung smartwatches rely on Qi charging, but outside of those, get ready to deal with cables with connections you've never seen before. But what if we told you that there was a smartwatch that could be recharged with just the sun? That's where the Garmin Instinct 2 Solar comes in, offering the ability to literally put your watch on a windowsill and let it get juiced back up. Of course, you won't enjoy a traditional smartwatch interface, as many of the best Garmin smartwatches make use of Garmin's own operating system. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, as the Instinct 2 Solar has plenty of ways to keep track of your workouts and various fitness metrics with ease. Other great features of Garmin's Instinct 2 Solar include a 10 ATM water rating, a comfortable silicone strap, Garmin Pay, the revamped Elevate V4 sensor for accurate heart rate tracking, and MIL-STD810G drop protection. Number 9. Fossil Gen 6. If you want a watch with a classic design packed with features, the Fossil Gen 6 might be what you're looking for. You will receive great performance thanks to the Snapdragon 4100 Plus chipset paired with 1 GB RAM. As our Fossil Gen 6 review details, battery life consistently lasts well beyond a day even with sleep and workout tracking, and it can recharge to 80% in just 30 minutes of charging. Plus, compared to the bulky TIC watches, the Fossil Gen 6 looks thinner and more attractive on your wrist. The 4100 Plus has a 1.7 GHz coprocessor that deserves recognition for the Fossil Gen 6's success, as this enables the device to use always-on health metrics without hindering performance or draining the battery life. Users will receive more detailed heart rate readings, more accurate sleep tracking, and better health statistics overall. Number 8. Garmin Venu 2 Plus. Most companies either lump fitness tools into lifestyle watches or go all in on fitness tech to the detriment of the design. With the Garmin Venu 2 Plus, it strikes a delicate balance, giving you all the tools you'd expect from the best Garmin watches in a more aesthetically pleasing and premium package, though with a price tag to match. Both it and the older Garmin Venu 2 give you a gorgeous AMOLED touchscreen with a stainless steel bezel, along with music storage, tap to pay, enduring battery life, and all of Garmin's usual software tricks. But it's the combination of touchscreen and buttons that's unique, as most Garmin watches rely solely on button navigation, making them less user-friendly. The Venu 2 Plus improves on its predecessor by adding a mic and speaker to answer calls or speak with Google Assistant, Siri, and Bixby. It also adds a fifth button for an extra shortcut, which lets you access tools like Garmin Pay or your assistant more quickly. Number 7. Fitbit Versa 3. Fitbit makes some of the best wearables in the industry, and while the Fitbit Versa 3 is a fitness smartwatch first and foremost, it's also undeniably an Android watch in a way other trackers aren't. It has a stunning Squircle AMOLED display, easy-to-access smartphone notifications, music storage, NFC tap-to-pay, a limited third-party app library, and, most importantly, a mic and speaker for talking to Google Assistant, responding to text messages, or answering calls on your wrist. Of course, as our Fitbit Versa 3 review explains, it's comfortable, stylish, and does just about everything that I want a smartwatch to do, while also giving you the fitness tools that typically sit in far uglier and less usable devices. You have 24/7 heart rate monitoring, all-day activity. Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. The Galaxy Watch 4 is the first smartwatch to run the new Google Wear platform, co-designed by Samsung and Google. Even though it's now been superseded with the Galaxy Watch 5, you can still buy the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, the version with a physical rotating bezel. ECG and heart rate tracking are on board, but Samsung tries to differentiate itself from other watches with a new impedance-based electrical sensor that can tell you more about your body composition. The battery life is not as strong as other watches on the list. Read the Galaxy Watch 4 review. Number 5. Garmin Forerunner 255 Music. If you want Android smarts with plenty of fitness tools on the side, the Galaxy Watch 5 with Samsung Health will fit the bill. If you care more about smart fitness features, but still want to see your Android notifications, the Garmin Forerunner 255 is the best running watch available by a mile. Our Garmin Forerunner 255 reviewer had a bevy of compliments for the device, praising its significant precision boost in both GPS and HRM tracking over competing models, its revamped battery life over the 245 that ensures it really will last a full 2 weeks per charge, and the useful new widgets like Morning Report and Race Widget. While he noted that it's decently heavy and thick enough to catch on doorways, in hindsight, it's much more comfortable than the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro he tested immediately afterward. The watch comes in 2 sizes, with the Forerunner 255S slightly shrinking the battery life from 14 to 12 days, and the display from 1.3 to 1.1 inches. Number 4. TicWatch E3. There are quite a few reasons to consider the TicWatch E3 when weighing your options. First, some people want to enjoy the perks of owning a smartwatch without having a loud fashion statement on their wrist. Second, the TicWatch E3 has a straightforward design that consists of a light polycarbonate case and a curved high-density, HD, display. It may not be as crisp as AMOLED displays, but it's sharp and visible even in direct sunlight. With a simple design and attainable price tag, you might not expect much from the TicWatch E3. However, Mobvoi decided to include the latest Snapdragon Wear 4100 processor under the hood. Combining that with 1 GB of RAM allows you to expect slick performance for an overall seamless experience. This Wear OS watch is complete with GPS, activity/sleep tracking, heart rate monitoring, Google Assistant, Google Pay, heart rate monitoring, and more. Number 3. Garmin VivoMove Sport. If you prefer the look of a traditional timepiece, but you still want some extra perks, you might benefit from a hybrid smartwatch. These wearables are unique in many ways. Most importantly, if you're someone longing for a traditional watch that looks retro but has all the core smart features of an Android watch, the Garmin VivoMove Sport should be your first choice. As our reviewer says, it's a watch that offers the best of both worlds, even if it's not quite a full-blown smartwatch. The lack of onboard GPS is the main difference between this hybrid smartwatch and the other options on this list. With that said, your watch can use your smartphone's GPS to track your route during an activity. It still has many other key features that fitness enthusiasts swear by, like heart rate monitoring, detailed sleep tracking, stress monitoring, and many others. Number 2. Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. All of the Galaxy Watch 5's perks, from the smooth Wear OS UI to the improved sensor readings and faster charging, apply to the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. In most respects, it's a jumbo-sized version of the Watch 5, with only a couple of tools that you can't access on the smaller watch, and no physically rotating bezel like you got on the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. If you're buying the Pro, you're primarily doing so for the more rugged materials and the long-lasting battery life. In our Galaxy Watch 5 Pro review testing across multiple units, it consistently lasted 3 days even with continuous heart rate, blood oxygen, and sleep tracking, as well as a couple of hours of GPS-backed workout and regular app use. Even with all that and the always-on display and music streaming, it hit 31 hours. And once your watch runs out of juice, 10W charging lets you refill it to capacity in about 90 minutes. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. Last year's Galaxy Watch 4 made huge, flashy upgrades while adapting to Wear OS 3, making it the Android watch to beat until now. 2022's Galaxy Watch 5 is more of an iterative upgrade, tweaking last year's template, but relying on a similar design and the same processor and memory. But despite the Galaxy Watch 5's similarities to last year's model, it makes several changes to address the last model's shortcomings, helping it to retain its Android watch crown. As our Galaxy Watch 5 review outlines, the newer watch made the 3-in-1 health sensor package sit more directly on your skin, providing more reliable readings. It doubles the charging speed to 10W, which lets you get nearly a full battery recharge in under an hour. Our reviewer loves the revamped sleep coaching tools on the Galaxy Watch 5, which is more comfortable to wear overnight than the thicker Pro. We just hope the new body temperature sensor is activated soon, so it can match the Fitbit Sense for sleep data.